Namaste, Ranjit here, and here I am with a new informative video. Now, I have two playlists on my channel. The first one is actually Ranjit's meditation, in which you have access to most of my meditations that are also available on the Insight Timer app. Now, other than that, I have another playlist which is called Mental Health Hacks, where you get all the simple tips and tricks to live a more fulfilling life. Now, I'm starting a third playlist which is called the Bhagavad Gita Series, and this is the first of the series. Okay. Now, why Bhagavad Gita? Because I've delved really deep into a lot of these ancient scriptures, and I feel Bhagavad Gita is really a text for psychology, positive psychology, and I think everyone should really learn it because it's about the mind and how to use the mind to live a really fulfilling life. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Ranjit Valatol. I am an international yoga and meditation teacher. I'm also a certified therapist. So what I do is combine the ancient wisdom of Ayurveda, yoga, and the scriptures and spirituality, and combine it with modern psychology and neuroscience to help myself and my clients, you all, live a more fulfilling and satisfactory lives. If you want to get in touch with me, all my details are in the description box below. Storytelling. Storytelling has been one of the most ancient methods to pass on knowledge and wisdom from one generation to the other. Almost all cultures used storytelling as a medium to pass on knowledge. Mahabharata is one such epic. Mahabharata has over 1 lakh verses or shlokas and tells the story of Kauravas and Pandavas. And there are 18, I would say, sections of Mahabharata, and it's a really big book. And there are 18 sections called the Parvas, and the Bhagavad Gita is in the Bhishma Parva. Now, there is a question: who wrote the Mahabharata? You'll know the answer by the end of this very interesting, very adorable, very beautiful story. We know that Vedavyas wrote the Mahabharata. Now, Vedavyas is arguably one of the most brilliant geniuses ever to inhabit Earth, because he's compiled 18 Puranas. When we say compile, he basically went around the whole of Bharat, met, studied under, and discussed philosophies with most of these wise sages and compiled 18 Puranas. He also wrote one Purana, the Bhagavat Purana. And then he wanted to write something bigger. He wanted to write something that was his best work ever. And he wanted to write something that would be timeless. And he wanted to write something that people in any age can look into to find answers to literally all their lives' problems. And he called this book Jayam or Jaya, which was later called the Mahabharata. Now, Maharishi Vedavyas approached Brahma and said, Brahmaji, I need someone to write this for me. I will do the dictation because there's so much to write that I really want somebody who can do the writing. I will tell the story and I will tell the shlokas, and I want somebody to write it. Do you suggest anyone? So there are a couple of versions to the story, but it is suggested that as per Lord Brahma's instruction or guidance, there was only one person who could actually take up this huge task, and that was Lord Ganesha. So here's where the story gets really interesting. Maharshi Vedavyas approached Ganesha and said that I have a huge project in hand. It is called Jayam or Jaya. It's going to have more than 1 lakh verses in it. And this is going to be a work that is going to help humanity forever. And I want you to write this for me. I will do the dictation, but I want you to write this for me. And you know what was interesting? Lord Ganesha, being Lord Ganesha, said, I will write it for you under one condition. So Vedvyas asks, what is that condition? And Lord Ganesha says that you should never stop dictating, which is once you start dictating, you should only stop in the end, and I will keep writing. The moment you stop, we finish this project, we drop this project. Now that was very challenging, isn't it? Now, this is where I really find, how intelligent conversations happen, and it really gives you a high, right? So this was a big challenge for Maharishi Vedvyas. So you know what Maharishi said? I have a counter condition. And the counter condition is that I will non-stop dictate to you, but you will only write when you understand every verse that I dictate. So Maharishi Vedavyas says that I will dictate continuously, but you can only write when you have understood everything completely. And Lord Ganesha loved it. And this is how the dictation and writing of Mahabharata began. So technically, who wrote the Mahabharata? It was Lord Ganesha who wrote Mahabharata. Now, there are a couple of interesting versions to the story that, because there are more than 1 lakh verses, it takes a long time. Maharishi Vedavyas needs to take a break, right? Have food or, use the restroom or whatever you want to call it, right? So what Maharishi Vedavyas would do is he would, in a beautiful series of verses, he would suddenly add something very, very confusing, okay? And Lord Ganesha had to take time to understand it because he couldn't, the condition is that he will not write unless he understands. And by the time he takes to understand the verse, Maharishi Vedavyas would go finish his, duties and come back. That was the beauty of it. And the second story goes that there was once when Lord Ganesha was writing and his pen broke, okay? And Maharishi Vedavyas was chanting the verses non-stop with his eyes closed. So he couldn't really, do anything. You can't stop that Maharishi from speaking the word, right? So what Lord Ganesha did is he broke his tusk. He broke one of his tusks into half, dipped it in ink and started writing. And that is the reason why you see Lord Ganesha with one full tusk and one half tusk. Very interesting, isn't it? I hope you liked this little introduction to Mahabharata. We will be delving into, I wouldn't be going very deep into each chapter and each sloka, but what I want to do is pick up the juice of Bhagavad Gita and present it to you in a very, very practical way and very beneficial way. And to present the Bhagavad Gita, snippets of the Bhagavad Gita in such a way that you can take away some useful help and information from it. I hope that was helpful. If you've not subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel, and please do like the video, comment if you can, share with somebody whom you love. And thank you so much again for listening. I'll be back with something beautiful for you. Namaste.